This may seem like poor advice, but what if I said it's okay to feel sad? There is so much overwhelming pressure to be great, to look great, to post something great, but what if I just don't feel great? And no matter how many times I watch Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy on YouTube, it doesn't do the trick. So now what? Be it scrolling social media or seeing a billboard advertisement, there are plenty of life hacks promising you the happiest, healthiest, best version of you've ever had. Everyone, it would seem, has their entire life together. They look so happy, beautiful, employed even, not a care in the world. But what if I told you it's okay to feel sad? What if I said you didn't need to spend the rest of your life feeling like you should be somebody else? That it's okay not to post that antidepressant selfie with a filter that makes everyone think everything is #perfect. Sadness isn't an illusion or this self-induced cloud we've beckoned over our heads. The dictionary defines sadness as an occurrence of sorrow. I dug deeper into the word sorrow a little bit more. So maybe instead of it's an occurrence of sorrow, perhaps maybe an occurrence of grief or an occurrence of regret. Being so mad or frustrated that you have to scream into a pillow or cry yourself to sleep or lie there in the darkness feeling numb. Or maybe simply just feeling unhappy for no particular reason. These moments we've all experienced to some degree or another, and it might not be okay to everyone, but I want to say it's okay to me. Almost every step forward has been preceded by some form of sadness or setback. We're all searching for happiness, and we've been told that if we work hard enough, there will be a day when everything will fall into place and we'll get our happy ever after. But what if sitting quietly with your sorrow turned to be one of the most heroic things you could do? Facing the storm to eventually face the sun. In this episode, I want to give you 3 simple ways to accept how feeling sad can be good for you. I'm Chad Lawson, and I've missed you. Welcome back to Season 2. Let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Number 1. It's okay to feel the way you feel. When people can't emotionally handle something, often the easiest thing is just to pretend it didn't happen or to not talk about it. Saying things like, I don't want to talk about this, or forget about what happened, everything is fine now. Those are common ways of trying to act strong and put on a brave face for others. There's a reason why saying, I'm sad, or I miss he or she, is easier than saying, I don't want to feel this way, but I just can't stop thinking about XYZ, whatever that is. But when we show our true emotions, this is one of the healthiest things that you can do for yourself and for those around you. Expressing how you truly feel can bring you closer in your relationships with others, as they'll be able to empathize better with what you're going through and help you get through difficult times faster together. It's okay not to be okay sometimes. Just focus on taking your time and take your steps slowly. Because, believe it or not, you deserve happiness also. You don't always have to be strong. Sometimes you just have to sit and let your guard down and break. And that's okay, too. You're allowed to feel like life is unfair sometimes. But know that you'll make it through all of the pain, even if it feels like no one cares. You are strong, you are loved, and believe it or not, there is always someone willing to help you up. Number 2. Sadness changes your perspective on life. There are so many things in this world that are truly beautiful and amazing, be it a bluebird or a beautiful song or the birth of a newborn. There are so many wonderful moments you can spend with people who are important to you, places you can visit, new experiences you have yet to encounter, and much more that can make anyone happy if they stopped to think about it long enough. But we often fail to see these things because we're blinded by sadness or momentary grief. So next time you feel sad, stop and think about all the great things in your life. I know it sounds pie in the sky, but write them down even. Maybe make it a scrapbook or a photo book of your favorite moments from years past. Sometimes I even just go through the photos on my phone and I'm reminded by experiences or just times or people, and I can't help but smile. And obviously I put them into my favorites folder on my phone. When you take the time to do this, be it a scrapbook or a photo book or just spending hours going down memory lane on your phone, maybe you won't do all the tasks on your to-do list that day, or maybe not even get out of your pajamas. But in the end, it's well worth it when you look back at all of the wonderful moments you have had during your life. Number 3. Sadness makes us stronger. I'm going to say that one again. Sadness makes us stronger. I know it sounds counterintuitive. It takes a lot of strength to be able to come face to face with our vulnerabilities and to tell ourselves that we're going through a hard time because we lost someone or something important. But this loss can also make us realize what's important in life now and who really matters to us today. It can also help us reflect on past mistakes or past things that we said or did or felt, and how we can do things better today, tomorrow, and the next day. What matters is that just like happiness, sadness is a temporary feeling, and it's not worth getting too attached to forever. The way we feel about anything changes from time to time, and we should be careful not to base our feelings on them too much, and try living every day as if you are making a new memory to look back on tomorrow. I'd like to close this episode with a few thoughts that you may not entirely agree with, and that's okay. But hear me out. There are people who care, people who love you, even if they don't show it right now. And although it may not seem like it, there is still some light at the end of this long tunnel called life. Because someone once told me that happiness is just around the corner, waiting for us when we finally learn how to smile again after crying. It's good to cry. It's good to laugh. It's good to smile. Through life, you will experience each of those, I'm certain of it. And of course, there may be some times when you do not feel like doing those things, but you should. Cry, laugh, smile as much as possible. Because whether it's good or bad, you'll feel something for certain. Life is a wonderful thing, even the hardships. And the reason we feel so alive and loved through those times is because of how we handle them and what we choose to do about them and the people that we surround ourselves during them. We live for our emotions, good or bad, but I believe that we should not be afraid to seek for solutions for happiness. For in the end, happiness is in ourselves. Those are just my thoughts on why sadness is good for you. However, if you feel like your sadness has gone out of hand, or maybe just a bit too far, and worrying about things in your life is only ever making them worse, please seek help. I have a list of such help at calmitdownpodcast.com at the very bottom of the homepage. Please, it doesn't hurt to reach out and have someone listen at the other end of the line. You are loved, you are love, and you are beautifully you. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, hear the musical playlist from today's episode, or simply wanting to know where to send chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. You'll even find additional resources for emotional support, including our online community and our Facebook page. You're not alone. You are not alone. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. And now something my attorney wants me to say. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and is not intended to, nor should they serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should only act upon the advice of such physician. Now, what I like to say. I am an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this and future podcasts in aiding those needs. To find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And finally, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of emotional health. I'm Chad Lawson, and until next time, be kind to your mind